guys, welcome back to my channel, The You in Fashion. My name's Megan. On my channel, we discuss fashion, luxury, handbags, and lifestyle. So if you're interested in any of those topics, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell down below so you don't miss any of my content. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing the handbags I would not purchase here in 2023. And I was very reluctant to make this video because I wanted to make sure that you guys knew if you guys have any of these handbags, it is not that I don't like them or not that I don't understand why you purchased them. They just don't necessarily fit with my style. Also, disclaimer here, if any of these handbags in the future are like, man, now that my life has changed, now that I'm carrying my handbags differently, maybe I want to get one of these handbags. I don't want you guys to roast me because of this video. When I went about picking these handbags that I wanted to show in the video today, they are handbags that I even myself wanted at some point and then decided either not to get them or couldn't afford them at the time, and then slowly the want for them went away and I never ended up purchasing them. Or some of them may not be handbags that I necessarily ever saw in my lifestyle, but I know they are super popular or were super popular at some point, so I wanted to feature them here on this video. I also wanted to include several different designers here in this video because I feel like each fashion house really has had their opportunity to shine within the past years of really popular bags that were seen a lot on social media and just, I feel like everywhere you would turn around and these bags were there. So let's go ahead and get started. First handbag I would not be purchasing here in 2023 is the Saint Laurent Lulu. So the first handbags I wanted to talk about today are the Saint Laurent Lulu versus the Saint Laurent college bag. I feel like you couldn't go anywhere without seeing one of these handbags from Saint Laurent. And I feel like you were either team Lulu or you were team college bag. And I found quite a bit of information about the two of these and comparisons and contrasts between the two, which I think is why this was such a great bag to start with, because I feel like it was a perfect example of picking a handbag according to how you like to wear a handbag. As you guys know, I have my Saint Laurent college bag, and when I was going between this one and the Lulu, because as I said, they were both very, very popular at the time when I purchased this one, I knew that I wanted to go with the college bag instead because of how I enjoy carrying my handbags. So some of the differences between the college bag and the Lulu is that the college bag does have the top handle that you can carry. It also has the removable straps here, and it also has the back pocket there. So when it came down to me choosing this handbag over the Lulu does not have the back pocket, it does not have the removable straps, it does not have the top handle, and you carry it either on the shoulder or as a crossbody bag. And if you guys have been watching my channel, you know I have the Chanel double flap, which I knew a lot of people compared the Chanel double flap to the Lulu as far as how you could carry it. So you carry those typically as either crossbody bags or on the shoulder. And for me, shoulder bags I don't usually prefer to carry. I really enjoy either a top handle or a crossbody bag. I feel maybe that a shoulder bag oftentimes slips off my shoulder and I have to keep replacing it back. So I knew for practicality wise for myself, I really preferred the college bag over that. With that being said, if you guys enjoy carrying your handbags more as a shoulder bag or you enjoy carrying them as a crossbody bag, I really like the Lulus. I like the way they look. As I said, they just weren't best for my style and how I enjoy carrying my handbags. So let's go ahead and move on to the second bag I will not be purchasing here in 2023. The second bag that I will not be purchasing is going to be the Louis Vuitton Petite. With that handbag, as I said, I've recently been looking a lot into Louis Vuitton again, and I did a few videos recently. The first one being, is Louis Vuitton going out of style, or is it very much still worth purchasing here in 2023? And absolutely, I feel like it is. And I did a wish list video where I said one of my biggest things for my wish list here is the Louis Vuitton Capucines. But one that I featured on the video about the handbags that Louis Vuitton seemed to really be wanting us to be aware of was a Petite Mal handbag. I think that it is a beautifully structured bag. If you are a collector and you have the money to be able to collect an item, I actually really like the red jeweled one that I showed you guys. I think it would be a beautiful collector's piece, but for me, I know that I wouldn't wear that handbag a lot. It is very, very structured, very, very edgy, to be honest, for my taste on a regular everyday basis. And when I'm taking one of my bags, usually I am taking it somewhere where I just want to get up and go. I don't necessarily have this big place where I would take this really, really, really edgy handbag. It would really be me having to match an outfit to go with that handbag instead of how I enjoy wearing my handbags, which is an accessory to an outfit that I already have and already have picked out, and the handbag just goes perfectly with it. So with that being said, I don't feel like the petite mal fits within my lifestyle here currently, but I do think if you are more of an edgy dresser or you really want that statement piece bag from Louis Vuitton, I feel like the petite mal is a great choice for that. Moving on to Chanel. The Chanel handbag that I would not purchase is going to be the Chanel 22 bag. This one, of course, had pros and cons. Even when it originally came out in 2022, you either liked it or you really, really didn't like it. I feel like I fall more so in the not liking it category, and that's simply because outside of the wear and tear that we've been seeing with people here on YouTube, that to me, it just does not match my aesthetic. And I have my Chanel 19. With my Chanel 19, what I feel like they did that was so smart when they came out with this handbag was, yes, they tried to make it more trendy by having the more relaxed style, the really puffy soft leather, differences in color in the hardware I thought was just absolutely beautiful. It made it really cool, really trendy, really new for Chanel, and I thought that that was awesome. I absolutely loved that. I feel like what they were trying to do with the 22 is something very similar in the sense of they were trying to get the more trendy hobo style bag. They were trying to get something that you could wear on your shoulder, pick it up, go quickly, put a lot of things in, and people were loving that style in general. They loved the ease. As we know, bigger handbags are coming back, and people were really loving the ease of being able to put things in a handbag, get up and go. For me, the 22 bag though is a little bit larger than I would usually go for. And as I said, again, we're getting back to the way that it is carried. It only has that one ability for you to be able to carry it on your shoulder. There is no crossbody strap. For me, that pushed me away pretty early from the handbag. The style of it wasn't really my style, and also the fact that you only carried it as a shoulder bag were too early on that I was just like, this handbag's not for me. So the Chanel 22, I am going to leave that one back in 22, and let's go ahead and move on to the next handbag. Next handbag is going to be the Dior book tote. So the Dior book tote, I feel like, has been really, really, really popular within the past couple of years. And for me, I never really thought that this handbag would fit within my collection. And the reason is if I'm going to carry a book tote, most people were using it either A, for a travel bag, or B, to actually carry a lot of things in, such as your laptop, such as books, such as an agenda, a bag that you are able to fit a lot of your necessities into. For me, if I am going to carry that kind of bag, it would be my Louis Vuitton Neverfull. So my Louis Vuitton Neverfull, as you guys know, when I did my pack with me for Paris and London, I took my Louis Vuitton Neverfull, and anytime I am looking for a tote bag that I need to be able to either take with me traveling or say put my iPad and things for the day, if I'm going somewhere where I need things like that, I am always going to pull for my Louis Vuitton Neverfull. Now the Dior, I know a lot of people say maybe is an elevated version of that, or maybe even a more dressy version than that. The Louis Vuitton Neverfull allows for a very casual option. But I found that for a tote bag for me, I am typically going to be using it in a pretty casual way because of the size of it. So I personally do not feel like I need to add the Dior book tote. I feel like my Louis Vuitton Neverfull serves me perfectly for that, but I definitely understand the appeal. With that being said, I think the Dior book tote honestly is a very pretty bag. I think it's beautiful. I can understand why people like it, and I know that you can fit a lot of things in it. I would think similar to any other tote, though, if you're really fitting as much as you can or you're really stuffing it, it would get very, very, very heavy. But all in all, to say, I just simply don't need another tote in my collection. They are very large. I do not typically carry them as everyday bags, and for the few times a year that I need a tote, my Louis Vuitton Neverfull does just fine. Last but not least, and I saved this to the very, very end because I went back and forth with this handbag so many times, and that is the Prada re-edition. I'm going to look at the 2000 and the 2005. As you guys know, when these handbags came out, they were everywhere. They were really, really, really popular. I don't have a Prada bag currently, and I was really excited to add one to my collection, and I still don't have one. So I am waiting for a Prada bag that really captures me, and I have one that I like, but I'm still on the fence about, which is why I wanted to save this for last. So let's start with the Prada re-edition 2000. That one is the one that is the single shoulder strap, and it came originally in the nylon. So that is what turned me off originally, was the nylon and that it was a shoulder bag. I know that they were really, really, really popular, these small shoulder bags. I thought they were really cute. I like how other people style them. I'm gonna go into my Louis Vuitton multi-pochette in a second, but that's what really let me know that the 2000 was not something that I really, really would be interested in, because I don't carry my bags typically like that. So I wanted the 2000 for a really long time. I would go into consignment stores and try them on, and I never really quite found the one that I really, really saw fitting within my lifestyle. Very early on, I kind of let that dream of the re-edition 2000 go, but then the re-edition 2005 caught my eye, and that one was the one similar to my multi-pochette in the sense that it has the crossbody strap, it has your pouch. That one only has one opening that you use to get in and out of it, where this one has the part that you can separate here, and then you can carry this one as like a little bag by itself. But these types of bags were really, really popular, and I just happened to think that the Louis Vuitton one was a little bit more versatile. So once I got this one, I really didn't have the need for the Prada re-edition 2005. And once I got this one, started using it, I really realized that the re-edition 2000 also wouldn't work for me, because as I had the option to carry this one by itself, similar to how you would carry the Prada re-edition 2000, I realized I just wasn't really grabbing for it. And when it came down to me looking for a bag to put on for the day, it wasn't really that style that I was going for. So that is where my Prada re-edition dreams fell to the wayside. Now, the one that I will say that I think is really, really, really cute, and I enjoy seeing it a lot, and I enjoy seeing it reviewed a lot, is the Prada re-edition satin with the crystals. I do think it is very, very, very pretty. I do think it is a beautiful going out bag. If I were to try one of the Prada re-edition bags, it would be that one, but you guys know I just did my wish list video. It was not on it, and that's because when it comes down to other bags that I am interested in or really, really, really like, I have other ones that just come so much higher on that list for me. If I ever found that one at a great price or at a consignment store and I was just like, oh my gosh, I have seen it in person and now I need it, I would maybe consider purchasing it. But outside of that, the Prada re-editions here in 2023 are really handbags that I personally would not be interested in purchasing. Anyway, you guys, that is the end of this video. I hope it was more so informative maybe about some of these handbags and why I chose to go with the handbags I did opposed to some of these other ones. I hope that's the message you guys received, instead of that I don't like those other handbags, because it's not necessarily true. They just don't work for me for whatever reason. I want to always be inclusive in this channel. If you have some of those other handbags and you want to include some comments down below on why you love them, I would love to hear some of those things. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep subscribing. Thank you guys so much for helping me grow my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!